Okay, boys and girls, I want to talk about my plugin because some people, not everybody, but some people are having trouble with it on clothing, not so much on the ini file. So I want to show you some things. The good news is that they are keep improving the character creator, and the next patch should have fixes that will uh, correctly import a lot of the clothing textures. They're still going to miss some. So I'm going to show you a couple things. So not only will this show you how to help out, hopefully to get it working for you, but also other things you can do with it. Okay, so here is a basic Gen X female. You know, just this. I think this is. I think the basic wear also comes with this Gen X female. So I've already exported her, called it basic. So I've exported that. So now in Blender, on this side of the screen, I'm going to drag this window in here. And here I'm going to go to import as always to import. And remember, we turn off post rotation. I don't bother to turn off import animation anymore because apparently that doesn't make a problem. So basic test, can import it. So now it's here. And now after it imports, I'm going to run my plugin. But before I run my plugin, what I'm going to do is show you guys that may be having some troubles here. Well, first I'll clear the icon. I would like to clear the folders out. It's harmless. Go up here to Window and go to Toggle System Console. And what that does, although I actually had it on, so now I'm going to toggle it back on. So now this is the toggle of what happens behind the scenes in Blender. So everything you do in Blender is kind of recorded behind the scenes. So if you do this, for example, and then we go back to the System Console, it did this routine here. It didn't find the ini file because it already erased it before. So it reported back on things that it's doing in the actual thing. So for the moment, oh, that was weird. Somebody just died on me. What just died on me? That was really weird. I'm not sure what died on me. Anyway, so hopefully this is still recording. Anyway, so here's Blender. So we just did that. So I'm going to go ahead and write the icon folder, and I'm going to drag back the this process, and it shows what it's doing with my routines. Okay, so this way you can see the things that are happening. First thing it says is it can't find the path. That's okay. It's looking for maps for this for the Genesis 8 female armature, which doesn't have any maps, so it skips that. So then it looks for the shape for the female. We always want those. Those are for the ini female base. Then the eyelashes. The eyelashes and the base are always separate, so you always get those two. So this should point to where you keep your content. And the nice thing about seeing this is you can always go into this folder and make sure your maps are actually there. If they're not there, then obviously my routine can't do anything about it. And again, here, now this is the shorts, and it says that those textures are located in this runtime. They're always in runtime, and then textures, and then whatever the developer was, in this case, aben, and then in basicware. So in these folders are where those textures, those maps reside. And once again, if you're having trouble, you can look there and make sure that those things are residing there. And it will do it twice. The reason it does it twice is it does it once for the actual avatar, goes through, and then it does it for the clothing. So again, that's where you're going to get this duplication. So this ran fine. And those of you that are not getting this running, I need to see this, and I need to see if you've looked in these folders to make sure those textures are there, and that you have to have read and write permissions on those folders. So you have to be running as admin. Probably cannot be running as your local person. You need to sign in as admin in order to run these routines, because it's going to do some things in the folders that require administrative privilege. So now we go back here, we go to Transformer, and we load in that basic test again. And I'm not going to go through the avatar baking the mesh because we know that works. I just want to show you the clothing part of it now to show you how that process works. And while that's bringing that up on the other screen, I'm going to load in the folders. And here's where all the folders were created here. So we have first of all, these are the maps if you're doing the avatar part, if you're going to bake that part of it. Let's come here. We're going to say no here. And the other ones are, it's going to show you the cloth maps, all of them. This should have copied all of the cloth maps from those folders that it pointed to. Again, you're going to have admin privileges to do that, so make sure that you do have admin privileges when you're running these programs. And so I'm not going to bake the body texture because we know that takes a little long. So we're going to do this. It's got those two pieces of clothing, so it's going to bring it in. The new patches are going to bring in a lot more of the maps than the old ones. However, you still may want to run my routines. I'm going to show you at least one additional reason why. Okay, so here they came in. If I click on the sports bra, you can see that it did bring in the metallic and the roughness maps. It didn't used to. That's great. They're using some of my coding now, so that's fantastic. But it didn't pick up the bump map. It picked up the displacement map, but actually that's an error. I've got to tell them on that. So we can go in, and on my routine, if we look in here, the Genesis root, we'll go to the root, the shorts, and here, and it does have the normals there. So we want to load those in. So what we want to do is go back here. Remember how to do this. You want to have it selected, and you go to Load Object Textures, and we go to that root directory, and bingo, bango, bongo, it loads them in. And so now it has the normals now for all of those. So that's nice. So someday, assuming that this works when it fills it in, when they get all the coding, the problem is with their routines, you can't be sure you've got all the maps. So it's nice to have this because you don't have to go looking. You can just go, oh yeah, all my maps are here. That's fine. I know they're all here. So that's one additional reason you might want to have it. But the other reason is if you want to change the colors, this also has the other colors here, and it's very easy to drag and drop them in here. So for example, if we go to the shorts, for example, come in here, and here's the boys shorts. Let's see, let's go to the base color. So we have this black base color here. So we just drag and drop them right into there. Same thing on the main shorts here, and do that, and it's just that quick. Now we've changed colors on the shorts. So it's easy, and you may have a lot more colors in terms of some other things you're doing. Here's a purpley one. So if we go up here, click on the bra, and we go to the bra base color of the bra, base color of the bra, the sports bra. We want the sports bra part of it. So once again, that's in those folders there. So you can just click and drag that into there, and just like that, you've changed your color. So it's a little easier if you have these folders created for you than try to drag them and find out where they're located at. And once again, my routines, if you go back to, see all those map folders there, if we go back to Blender and go here, we can just clear the folders like that, and now it's cleared them all. So it doesn't really hurt anything to run my routine on that. But if you're having problems, again, as I said, I've shown you what you can do to help troubleshoot. Let me know the clothing you're having trouble with. Make sure you're using the very latest version. This is, I think it's 5.5 now. So always use the most recent version if you're having trouble, and let me know how it goes. Thanks.